Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to Candid. I was invited to give a talk to students at Augustana University. It's somewhere in the Midwest. I think it was a science class, a general science class that had majors from different, had students from different majors, and it was a cancer class. So they wanted to know generally what the side effects of cancer treatment are. So I had to think about what are the general ones, not going into deep detail about specifics on breast cancer and what have you. So I just want to share with you that brief video. It was about 7 minutes, 8 minutes talk. So listen to it. Greetings, fellow mortal beings. I hope that you are all doing great. Thank you so much for having me in your class to talk about the side effects of cancer treatments. Thank you, Dr. Sally Maloa, for having me. Sally is a good friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, and has walked with me through this journey. And that's why when she asked me to come share this, I said yes even before she finished asking the question. So I'm going to be really general because there are so many kinds of cancer. So I will only maybe talk about treatments that cut across several cancers. And before I share that with you, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Diana Carol Awor. I am a native of Kenya, a permanent resident of the US. I live in Houston, Texas. I am a doctoral candidate at Sam Houston State University. I am a wife to one man, and I am a mother to three beautiful girls. I was diagnosed with breast cancer last year, 2020, in November. Of course, after long issues, I was diagnosed with stage 2 cancer, and I am receiving my treatment or received my treatment, but still are under surveillance at MD Anderson here in Houston. My team of doctors came up with a treatment plan which included surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation treatment. That was initially okay, and so down the line they got rid of radiation. They told me that I actually did not need radiation, and so I will not talk about the side effects of radiation because I have not gone through that. So I really don't know what the side effects are apart from what you can find on Google or from books or from research. So I will only concentrate on surgery and chemotherapy and the medications that are given after. So the side effects of radiation, I did get a double mastectomy. I asked them to take out all my breasts, so I don't have breasts as I speak to you. So the side effects of those are, of course, one main one is self-esteem, kind of losing my self-esteem, because breasts make a woman, and so without them I suffer mentally. But I have actually gone past that now. I think I'm so used to being without breast. I will just go to the shower and shower like that, flat chest, and no bra saves me a lot. But sometimes I do, because these people that make dresses, they make some clothes with a very big allowance on the chest, so I have to fit something to fill those spaces. Anyway, I am so happy that now I can laugh about all this. Another side effect of surgery, I guess, for any surgery, even on the leg or whatever, there's a lot of scar tissues. Scar tissues cause pain. They cause pain sometimes when they stretch. And also, as I continue to recover, the surgeon told me it will take even about 2 years. Some nerves coming to life again. There's a lot of tingling, piercing, like needles piercing on my skin. So those are the side effects of of the surgery. Now, the side effects of chemotherapy, I was told that my cancer was early, but even if it was early, I'm young, it was really aggressive, which is not good news for me. But I did go for chemotherapy from January of this year to May of this year. And the side effects that I had from chemotherapy is that it depleted of my blood. It really eats the blood. It works on the body so harshly. So blood has several components. You guys are scientists. You know that there's iron, there's that. I won't go deep into that, but there are some times that I was running out of certain important things in my blood that they could not even go ahead with treatment twice, because I had to eat and do things to bring back the levels of my blood. So blood depletion is one thing that chemotherapy does. Another thing that chemotherapy does is it causes some weakness and pain in the body. For me, it caused me that, but what I used to do is really work out and run to enable my body to fight it back. Something else it did, I did vomit countable times. I did vomit. I did not have diarrhea. I have to mention that because it's quite common for chemotherapy, but I did not have that. I had mouth sores for about a week. I'm very grateful for that, because having mouth sores throughout 4 to 5 months could have really made me feel so bad. So I only had mouth sores for 1 week, and I really washed it as I was advised, and it cleared off. Something else that chemotherapy does is that it causes constipation. Constipation was a problem that I had. So much constipation. I was given some medications to help with that. Sometimes they could help, sometimes they could not help. Headaches and stomach pains, that was too much with chemotherapy. Now, as I was taking chemotherapy, there was another medication that was given to me every time I had my infusion, and that was meant to bring my immunity up, to maintain my immunity so that my body is able to fight infection. That medication really, it causes a lot of pain in the joints, bone and muscle, the skeletal system. It was a very painful one, and pain in the chest. Sometimes you feel that your chest is so tightening, it's tightening up, and you're losing breath. So that's another thing that happened to me. And then there's, of course, those ones that are really observable, quite observable. And one of them is that I lost hair. And it's just starting to grow now. I lost all my hair. So that was a side effect of that. And then I also, my nails all turned black. I have them covered now because half of it is still black. I really don't want to see that. When I see that, it hurts me. So I cover them up. But I guess from the pictures, you can see how black they were. And then that is chemotherapy. There are several other side effects that come with it, but those are the ones that I suffered. And then something else, I know people normally have even weight loss during treatment. I did not experience weight loss that was unplanned, because when my treatment started, I started working out very seriously, and that's why I lost weight, and I'm trying to keep it that way. So I would not say that I lost weight because of cancer treatment. Maybe the weight from my breasts were very heavy, so when they were cut, of course I lost weight there. And then finally, there is the other line of treatment that I'm going to take for years, and because the cancer was hormonal. So this one I'm just sharing because prostate cancer is also hormonal. So that's why I thought maybe I should share this. And so these ones that I'm taking, they're meant to suppress the formation of the estrogen hormone in my body, because the tumor was feeding on estrogen as part of its food. And so something that it causes is that it causes me to gain weight. One thing it causes is it makes people to gain weight, so I have to fight back so that I don't gain weight. And another thing that it does, it's crushing on my bones, so it makes the bones very painful, and it makes them thin, so I have to do a lot of resistance and weight training so that my bones really don't suffer what that medication does to them. So I think I've covered most of what the side effects that I had, and I guess I'll leave room for questions if you have any. Again, thank you so much for having me, and if you have questions later on after this class, you can write to me on candidana@gmail.com, and I'd be glad to get back to you. Thank you.